55 should make you all feel great to be alive. Alive! Alive! Now who should know better than we? And we includes me, and me, and me. Yes, sir, boy, we're your market. The doctors, clerks, and bakers. We're your market. Mechanics and homemakers. Middlemen, lawyers, firemen, and farmers. Teachers, preachers, country boys, and city farmers. We're your market. The carpenters and admin. We're your market. Collegiate undergradsmen. All of us together number way up in the millions. With dough to spend that figures all the way up in the billions. We're your market.
Sarasota has been a wonderful home for me. It is a paradise. I couldn't have found a better place. So it inspired me as I was earning a living to give back to a town that was so wonderful for me.
Well, our first attraction to Sarasota was because we feel it's the center of arts in Florida.
It was very easy to transfer to philanthropy in part in the Sarasota area, particularly after I was exposed to organizations like the Oslo Theater.
I was very, very fortunate when I came here. I had the opportunity to become involved with the organizations I wanted to become involved with.
Well, it was not so much being a philanthropist, it's helping those who are in the needy.
There is no formula. It's what touches you. Some people feel that they have to help others, especially those in need and those who are less fortunate.
I get a great deal of pleasure of trying to do things that make a difference.
I was impressed by B. Friedman's maxim, I'm giving while I'm living.
I feel that every time I give, I make myself feel that I've helped.
I think we just were very, very pleased with what we saw and what we heard and what we got involved with. Mm-hmm. And everything they did was so special for the whole community that we decided that this is what we ought to do and wanted to do.
That makes me very grateful for what I have and what I can give.
I grew with the town. We had a little store on Orange Avenue, and that was probably only 4 employees, and my wife and I, 6 total. We were just overwhelmed with the opportunities, and we took advantage of all that we could, and we gave back.
If you're blessed and can do this, I feel you have an obligation to do it, to help those in need. That is why we helped fund the expansion of the Babies and Children's Medical Center at the Glasser-Schonbaum.
I made it possible for a very precious violin to be owned by the orchestra. I've always been a music lover, and so is my wife Alisa. In fact, we met because of that. Music was our first love, so obviously any organization that makes music in a great way is something that attracts me.
When I stopped conducting the choir, which it was of course volunteer, but I loved it, although I still love the choir. I'm a listener now instead of a doer, and that I could extend my time and my energies elsewhere, which makes me very happy and fulfills my life.
Having this wonderful theater here in this town, the Oslo Rep, was so wonderful, and it could do such wonderful things for this town that we wanted to get more and more involved with it, and we did. And every time we did, we just did it because it was important to us and to all the people who lived here.
Well, to the younger generation, look around you and see how thankful you are for what you have and how you can help those who have not.
I think one of the things that could motivate young people is to go to Israel and see what our Jewish people have done there, in spite of all the adversities.
The young people who are not fortunate enough to grow up in an environment where they would have that, you have to find ways through the schools and through, if they didn't get it at home, through their school environment, their church or temple environment, particularly maybe older people taking an interest in certain individual ones and trying to become a part of their lives.
I remember my mother always had the little blue box, and whenever she wanted something good to happen, she would say, always put money in the pishka, which is the little blue box, which I have today. When I want something good to happen, I put money in the pishka, and you know what? It works.
I think you just have to be exposed to examples of other people doing it. I think that influenced me quite a good deal.
That is a challenge. That's a question that's being asked by every organization that I've been involved in. You start out with the reality that young people are very much involved in establishing their career positions, and as well as all the responsibilities of bringing up young people. It's a very, very difficult challenge. The thing that can probably make the greatest difference is if you actually involve young people in charitable activities while they are still very young.
I would like to be remembered as a person who really cared and who did my very best.
I would like to be remembered on the work that I did to make other people smile.
The legacy would be that we would be remembered as being, having a good reputation and enjoying a wonderful, wonderful city.
I just want to be remembered as somebody who likes to do good.
If we got to be well known enough, or if we participated in all these things, other people would love it and be honored to be part of it.
I think what we leave behind, not what we take with us.
Our good name.
First and foremost, having been a good father, grandfather, husband, and friend, and be respected by people for always dealing with people honestly and fairly, and being recognized for having made a positive difference for each of the charitable organizations for which I've had a privilege of serving.
Jeanne and Bob Zabelle have been philanthropists to all of the arts, also many other human services organizations within our community, and have done remarkable things to change the nature of not-for-profits in Sarasota.
When I arrived here, I first met Bob and Jeanne because they were on the Friends of the Sarasota Ballet, the Ballet Association at the time. But their big love was that they loved the program Dance the Next Generation, which is the program we have for at-risk children. And they used to go twice a week to look after the children, help them with reading and writing. And just, that was my first impression, was that the love for the young children of today.
But their philanthropy was not limited to the Sarasota Ballet. Their philanthropy took Moat Marine, the Oslo Rep Theater, the Banyan Theater Company, just to name a few. Then you turn it to the Jewish Housing Council. And the significance that they place on philanthropy will continue stronger.